If y'all hoes is ready to stir it up, make some noise, baby. What time it is, y'all? We got about 40 seconds till we get started, because y'all know one thing about me, baby. I get you in like a pastor on Sunday, on Super Bowl Sunday, baby. We gets in and gets out, because I know folks got to go to work. Y'all, we going to have a very relaxed show tonight. Y'all told me last week that the sound was messing up. I'm looking at the sound thing right now, and I think I'm doing pretty good. Let me test it out real quick. This man done fucked up the thing. I think that's a little better for y'all. Amen. Amen. That's the girl. We're going to have us a real conversational show tonight. I'm be honest with y'all. I'm going through. A bitch is going through. Good thing I don't look like what I've been through yesterday with my family. And this anxiety and just sad feelings that I felt today, but we gonna ease on through this thing. So I am sorry, y'all, that I couldn't bring y'all the show yesterday, but my family brought me to drinking. And as part of the main topic of today's show, I'm gonna fill y'all in on what's going on. Get you some chips. I hope you don't wash your children's ass. You don't told your husband you gonna come in there and fuck them about 10:30 when we done. And get you a nice piece of drink. So you can do what, bitch? Stir it up, honey. Stir it up. Tonight's episode is brought to you, bitch, by Jameson and Sprite. I ran out of ginger ale. My homegirl, Aaron, from down to the bar with a Honda Cosby, we was all over here kicking it earlier this week or this weekend. She drink Jameson. I don't. It's the only thing left. But, bitch, when you're going through like I am, Savannah, you'll drink it. I ain't used to drinking this. Ain't no telling how drunk I'm going to be by the time we finish this thing, but we going to smooth it right on that. I got me some little popcorns or whatever. I'm going to try not to eat in y'all mouth too much. Buddy, want to say hi? Say hi to the people, buddy. All right, there we go. Good. At any rate, y'all, welcome to Dineva Live. This is the Oscar edition. I'm going to have to hide this popcorn because I'm going to keep eating it. Hold on. Bitch, I love popcorn. Especially when I'm going through. Stir it up. We're going to get started. Let me have this popcorn right now. Nessa, girl, did you get into the 91st episode of the Oscars, honey? The 91st award, the Academy Awards. I said episode, girl, you know what the fuck I mean. I'm drinking Jameson, it's new to me, so don't hold it against me. And nevertheless, let's jump right on in to the hot topics. Y'all, the Oscars were black excellence at its finest. Now, here's the thing, right? We all know, well, in my personal opinion, the Oscars tend to coincide with whatever political and racial environment we are in at the time. I've always felt like the Oscars have been slightly biased, and based on what's going on in the world determines how many black people they will allow to win whatever categories. You know, we have the argument every year that, you know, they'll allow us to win certain categories, best supporting, best this, but we never get picture of the year. And I was talking to a couple friends of mine, and they were like, they straight up didn't feel like Black Panther deserved picture of the year. How many of y'all believe Black Panther deserved picture of the year? I can't make a judgment either way because I didn't see those other movies. Now, for those of you guys who did not tune into the Oscars, the reverberating movies throughout the entire Oscar ceremony were Black Panther, A Star is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, Roma, am I saying it right? Fortune, or the one that the English movie with the people dressed up in period pieces. It was like everything came down to those set of movies. Little known Black history fact: the movie A Star is Born with Lady Gaga and that white man, I actually landed an audition to play the Marilyn Monroe drag part in that movie. She sang that sang Marilyn Monroe song, I Want to Love You, or however it goes. I actually landed an audition for that role. I didn't get the role. Another little known Black History fact: if y'all saw the incredible Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix with Titus, I actually landed an audition for that role as well. Obviously, I didn't get the role, but I'm honored nevertheless that the appropriate people saw me and I was able to score auditions for that movie as well as that role. So hats out to them and hats out to me. And hats out to the Oscars, because, bitch, could y'all imagine what kind of black excellence it would have been had the dog been in that goddamn movie? Stir it up, bitch. Stir it up, honey. I feel like I just got an Oscar because I auditioned. Shit, yes, honey. That's mine. Thank you, Gaga. At any rate, Regina King done won the thing. Now, before we talk about Regina King winning the thing, let me just take y'all to my live reaction when I found out Mama won. All right, y'all. It's time to see if Regina King wins the thing. Yes! Woo! Regina King done won the thing! Ah! Oh my God, I am about to fucking cry. Oh my God. Regina King done won the thing! Oh my God. Come on, Regina! Y'all, I was overjoyed. I mean, that was like 7 minutes into the Oscars. And Regina King won the thing! Okay. Now, a lot of y'all were going ham thinking that I scared Buddy or Buddy was excited too. Although Buddy was in the room, he was in his little doll bed. He didn't know what the hell was going on. Yes, we did startle him, but that was not Buddy in the back whistling. My homegirl Cindy from Down to the Bar with a Honda Cosby and her date was over here watching the Oscars with me, and he was whistling through his fingers or whatever the case may be. But bitch, Regina King done won the thing. She won the award for Best Supporting Actress for If Beale Street Could Talk. I'm gonna have to go see that movie. For whatever reason, when they were advertising the movie and it was out in theaters, I just wasn't interested in seeing it. I'm not sure why. But I'm glad that Brenda got an Oscar and not a baby, okay? Y'all stir it up if y'all been riding with Regina King since she been playing Brenda. On to see, not Brenda. Brenda played on 90210. That's Brenda is for Brenda, okay? Yes, you know what? I love being black. Our dialect is just something else. Brenda was Shannon Doherty's character on 90210. Brenda was Regina King's character on 227. Y'all give it up one time for Brenda. Stir it up, Brenda. Stir it up. All right, y'all. Moving right along, honey. Ruth Carter, bitch. Ruth Carter makes history as the first black woman to win an Oscar in Best Costume Design. Show up and show out, Ruth Carter. Let me tell you something. Black Panther may not have won Best Picture, and I'm willing to agree, despite the fact that I haven't seen those other movies, that it may not have deserved it. But the fact that this movie generated so many Oscars for so many other people during Black History Month is enough for me. It's so many firsts. Regina King's first, Ruth Carter's first, the first time we've got one African Americans for set design, which are areas that are typically dominated by people who are not black. So shouts out to Ruth Carter because she did the damn thing out of them costumes. And I'm curious to know, do y'all think this is something that Ruth Carter designed herself? Or do y'all think this was from a gown from one of the Renner runway or Renner designer people? Nevertheless, stir it up for Ruth Carter. And let me tell y'all something. Is it me? And you got to be a 90s, you got to have been in love with the 90s to get this analogy I'm about to make. Is it me or is Mahershala Ali blossoming into everything that we thought Wesley Snipes would be for the culture? Now don't get me wrong, you know, Wesley Snipes was a fairly versatile actor, and quiet as it's kept, I'm curious to know where the hell Wesley at. I got a feeling that Wesley ass is going to pop up out of hiding somewhere and give us an old nasty role. At least I'm hoping so. But it's feeling like, I'm not going to lie to you, actors like Wesley Snipes paved the way for men like Mahershala Ali. Am I right or am I right? It feels like for the culture, Mahershala Ali is becoming everything that Wesley Snipes should have, but America wasn't ready for at that time. Shouts out to Mahershala Ali for his second nomination, second Oscar nomination, and second win. Now that's badass, baby. Little, for Black History, but you only been nominated and only won twice. Get it, Mahershala, and when it's got, get some more. Spike Lee won the Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay for BlacKkKlansman, making this the filmmaker's first Oscar win. Now let me tell y'all something. They had been snubbing Spike Lee ass for the longest, and I love it and I support it and I'm glad for Spike. Now Spike had got me together when he was reading that little paper up there, stuttering, muttering, and carrying on. A lot of y'all was saying Miss Spike was nervous. Now I wish instead of trying to pay homage to the men of Omega Psi Phi, that he would have, just put on black like everybody else, because he was giving me a Ronald McDonald tease. He was going with the purple and gold, but then again, he got the gold statue in his hand. So what better way to shout out the men of Omega Psi Phi than to wear a purple suit and have that gold statue in his hand? All that matter is, bitch, I might not be able to read it. I look tacky as fuck, but I got this Oscar. Yes, God. Stir it up for Spike Lee, bitch. Stir it up. And in closing with our Oscars recap, Black Panther won several awards for Best Costume Design, Best Original Score, Best Production Design. So we've got a real question. With people of color finally winning these top awards with non-traditional stereotypical character types, do we think we will begin to see more diversity in roles given to people in color of Hollywood? I think so. I think Shonda Rhimes and Kerry Washington have broke down roles with Scandal. I think Viola Davis is whooping ass and taking names with How to Get Away with Murder. I think Black Panther was a first. I think with the history that was made, I think Hollywood is starting to see that, yes, we can put black people in non-made criminal gangster roles and still make a shitload of money. See, here's the thing with Hollywood and what black folks need to understand. We keep trying to appeal to these people moral conscience and they do not have one. Okay? These folks don't give a shit whether we playing maids, goblins, rock stars, Stella got a groove back, Savannah who need a good man. They care about if we can bring in the dollar. And now that we've proven we can bring in the dollar in these sorts of roles, they are so open and letting us play them. That's just my honest belief. That's my honest belief. Nevertheless, we're not going to make this thing too black heavy because I'm just so tired of this political shit and this racial climate. We're going to move right along. Now, that's a girl. We do got to plan a film. Okay? It does sadden me to report that T.I.'s sister, Precious, has passed away. Now, the reports are saying one thing, Atlanta is saying another. I'm going to give y'all the official reports, then I'm going to give y'all what I heard from people who actually went to the hospital room to see her. Reported by VH1, T.I.'s sister, Precious Harris, has passed away after a car accident on February 13th, which left her fighting for her life in intensive care until T.I. and Tiny's production of T.I.'s Family Friends is on hold to be with her. Details of the crash are not yet clear, but according to TMZ, Precious was driving when she hit a pole, triggering an asthma attack. She immediately was taken to the hospital and placed in intensive care. Precious's daughter confirmed that she passed away on Friday, 2/22. So that's the official report, and I respect that. Now, what I'm hearing, I cannot confirm or deny. This is Atlanta street gossip that I've heard secondhand from people who knew her and were at the hospital room. They were saying that for the last couple of years, Precious's health has been very bad. I don't know what all she's been plagued with, but she had been having issues. And they were saying while she was driving that she either had a heart attack or a stroke. Don't quote me. She had something that caused her to pass out, and that's what led her to hit the tree. causing the incident in which she's in ICU. I can't confirm or deny because I don't have the official, and I don't want to speak on behalf of the family, nor do I want to be quoted in any major news outlet. However, that was the information given to me from someone who knew her personally, who was going to the hospital room several days to visit her. In addition, although she passed on 2/22, this same person told me a week prior when they went to visit her in the room, she was like, my friend was not there, and that the family is just waiting to pull the plug. So, our hearts go out to T.I., Tiny, the whole family. We love Precious. And that's a girl, we got to sit down and figure out what we're going to bring to this film. I'm thinking we should just go ahead and do what we do best, which is Southern traditional style. The government don't open back up. Folks, money is coming in real steady. Again, TSA is back working. I am hoping that y'all paid off y'all Christmas debt and the cash advance loans that we did from Aretha film. We had another big funeral in there that we had to do, and we skipped Christoph St. John funeral because all them people from Young and the rest of them white folks handled that. I did that to make it not be a burden on y'all. Now listen, we don't need as much money on this because since Tiny is a part of Escape, the whole Escape is going to handle the program, and they all live in Atlanta, so we ain't got to fly Fantasia in. I already told y'all, Fantasia called me and said she appreciated if we would stop referring her because she can't just be mudded out, and she said that we don't be paying her enough, and then she be having to go on vocal rest when it's time for her to go on her tours and stuff because she don't sing at all these films for us, and I respect that. She be doing this a favor for us, so we going to try not to use Fantasia. We only gonna use Fantasia if Patty happened to go this year, and they say Patty diabetes is under control. There's only a few other people I think that could go this year that be worthy of us using Fantasia. So we're gonna use Escape on this one, and I got a little extra money. So put me down for 2 cases of beef ribs. But I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you something now. I'm not being on no grill. Okay, I don't give a damn that it ain't spring or summer. It's still hot. I'm not being on no grill. So Nessa girl, if your money ain't right, have your husband come out there. And matter of fact, come round here and get them, because I'm not carrying them either. But put me down for 2 boxes of ribs. What is y'all girls bringing? Can we please bring 30 seconds? Please drop down in the comments and let the girls know what y'all is bringing. Oliver, I need you and the Whispertarian committee to please compile a list of what the girls is bringing so we can make sure we don't have too much overlap in food to feed the people. Now, they say people is flying in from all over. The whole Atlanta going to be there. Yeah, I know Atlanta run deep. All the housewives. Toya going to be there. Rashida, Monica, all the Love and Hip Hop people. Mona Scott Young. They even said Kim Zolciak gonna make an appearance. She requested to sing Toddy for the party, but we not gonna let her do none of that. Candy still want her money, and we don't need no fight breaking out down to this lady film. Nevertheless, y'all please drop down in the comments and let the people know what y'all gonna bring as I stir it up and eat my popcorn. I'm gonna call Candy and see, since she got 3 locations of old lady gang, if she could just handle the tater salad all together. That way the tater salad will be uniform, and we ain't got different kind of people making tater salad. Then if we know if somebody got sick, we know where it came from, and they got insurance right there, we know who to sue. Stir that up. Moving right along with the hot topics. Bennet College, y'all, they are having accreditation woes. Lord have mercy, Jesus, with my HBCUs. So let me read y'all what's going on, and we'll jump down into the conversation. One of the 2 remaining historically black private women's colleges in the United States is suing to keep its doors open after losing its appeal to have its accreditation restored. Bennet College lost its accreditation on February 18th over lack of sufficient funds. The college filed a federal lawsuit Friday, the same day as the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges announced it would uphold decisions to revoke the North Carolina school accreditation. Bennet President Phyllis Worthy Dawkins tells news outlets a federal judge in Atlanta granted a temporary restraining order preserving Bennett's accreditation while the court case continues. Dawkins says her team was devastated with the appeals outcome, having raised $9.5 million to prove Bennet could survive financially. That's nearly twice their fundraising goal. An online petition is now calling for the removal of one of Bennett's college's top leaders, Vice President of Business and Finance Leroy Summers, by March 11, saying that Bennet has failed to progress under his financial guidance over the past couple of years. Why is it that our HBCUs continue to be plagued with financial issues, and how can they go about getting more support? You know, let's have a real conversation, y'all. Can we have a real conversation? It's not to say that white institutions, white businesses, white organizations don't have financial issues. And perhaps they have them at the same rate in which we do, or maybe even more, and they're just not highlighted as much. But without doing research and just, on the outside and not knowing much, it always feels like our black organizations always have financial woes. And there's always ego involved, and there's a group of people who are involved who honestly need to move the fuck out the way and let somebody else come in who know what they're doing, but their ego and their pride and their desire to hold on to power trumps their ability to do what is best for the organization. Now, I feel two ways about this. What's going on with Bennet College is no different than what you hear about a lot of the other HBCUs. Move, buddy. FAMU had issues, Bethune had issues, a lot of schools had issues. Shout out to FAMU for getting their stuff together. There's two conversations to be had. One is, can black folks in these HBCU leadership positions do right? You know what I'm saying? That's one conversation, and we're going to have that conversation later. The conversation that I want to have slightly right now is, could it be possible that what some of these HBCUs are experiencing right now is simply survival of the fittest, natural selection? Could nature simply be weeding out and killing off some of these organizations or colleges because they're no longer needed? And it's just a question I'm asking. And I'm not speaking about HBCUs as a whole, because obviously they're needed. But in HBCU private women's college, is there as much a need for it in 2019 as there was in 1947? And if the answer is yes, I'm okay with that. I'm not saying that it isn't needed. I am simply posing the question. Simply posing the question. A lot of people may take exception with my examination of this whole situation because I've gone to PWIs. Florida State University, Nova Southeastern University, Georgia State University. Okay? So I may not be the most equipped person to talk about the survival of HBCUs and their significance and what they mean to me, so on and so forth. But it is just an observation. And Oliver, please take note of this, because we will post this question in another video, or perhaps a roundtable discussion with me moderating, and some HBCU graduates versus some PWIs versus some community college versus some ICDC versus some Job Corps people. I think it's a very good conversation that needs to be had amongst black people openly and honestly. Last but not least on our hot topics, or not last but not least, honey, but next on our hot topics. R. Kelly fat ass done bonded out of jail. We ain't stirring it up for him. We gonna take a double sip. Take a double sip, Nessa girl. Let me read y'all the facts, then I'll give y'all the tea. R. Kelly has posted bail after spending the weekend in a Chicago jail on sex abuse charges, authorities said on Monday. Kelly, one of the best-selling music artists of all time, was arrested Friday on 10 counts of abrogated sexual abuse involving 4 victims, 3 of whom were minors. A judge on Saturday set bond at $1 million, requiring the Grammy Award-winning singer to pay 10% or $100,000 to be released. The woman who posted the $100,000 bail that enabled R. Kelly to walk out of the prison on Monday evening has been revealed in court documents obtained by DailyMail.com. Valencia Love, 47, lives just outside of Chicago in Romeoville, and on the form she submitted in Cook County Court stated that she is friends with R. Kelly. From the video footage, the first place R. Kelly visits is the McDonald's where he allegedly likes to go pick up underage girls. The visit very well could constitute a violation of the terms of his bail, as he's not supposed to have contact with any girl under 18. News outlets report that R. Kelly is due to pay $160,000 in back child support to ex-wife Drea Kelly by March 6. If he doesn't come up with the payment, he will reportedly go back to the county jail. Sources close to Kelly tell TMZ that he plans to pay the child support by next week. What in the entire fuck is wrong with R. Kelly? And do we think he's going to get convicted this time? Where's all his money at? So here's the first thing, right, y'all? As much as Iyanla has worked on me, and I try to express and feel some level of understanding and compassion for both the predator and the prey, the victim and the victimizer, after watching this documentary, how could you in good faith, good conscience, go to the very McDonald's that you were cited for picking up young girls? With that being said, throw that motherfucker in jail. Give R. Kelly ass the death penalty. Who is watching? Move, buddy. Who is watching him? Where is his legal team? This motherfucker is sick. Now, before me with this whole compassion bullshit that I'm on, because I'm really on some yoga self-meditation compassion, try to see the best in people. Nobody is evil. Everybody is right. Life circumstances and situations make people this way. At this point, all that shit for me goes out the window. R. Kelly, fuck you and go to hell, bitch. You made a song called I Admit It, slapping us in the face, and I chose to voluntarily be naive and see around that. Now, first of all, who the fuck even eat McDonald's in 2019? First of all, to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun. Shouts out to Vesta Williams. But third, what in the entire fuck is, let me tell you something, to go to the very McDonald's where you used to pick up young girls in the wake of being bailed out of jail, that is smart. That is actually genius level calculation smart. Motherfucker, you know exactly what you're doing, and fuck you, R. Kelly, and the crew that you came with. Next case. Wendy Williams. Because I'm not finna upset my makeup and disturb my tears on R. Kelly. I'm just not finna do it. I'm not today. I already got enough going on that I'm about to tell you about with my damn family. Wendy Williams, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Just when y'all thought Wendy Williams was going to fuck up the thing, she brought her ass back to work. Wendy Williams is finally coming back to her iconic purple chair. The daytime talk show host is confirmed to return to the Wendy Williams show on March 4th, Variety reports. Williams has been on an extended leave since January 18th to focus on her health after suffering complications from grave disease, the chronic immune system disorder affecting her thyroid. Do we think Wendy is going to be completely honest about her dealings surrounding her health and her husband's alleged infidelity? My vote is on no. But you know what? Wendy may fuck around and give y'all the true tea, because she probably been listening to the dog. Let me tell y'all something. If Wendy Williams want to quadruple the amount of money that she making and take her brand to the next goddamn level, she will come out and tell the truth. And she might be smart enough to do that. Considering how long that she sat out, who's to say she hasn't sat out long enough and gone through enough grief counseling long enough to be ready to take the bullets that y'all about to throw at her ass? I don't think Wendy's going to be honest, but a small part of me is like, Wendy going to pull a trick out her motherfucking hat, and she not going to let y'all get the best of her. So hats out, shots out, and hats off to Wendy Williams for coming back to her show and being fully transparent. With that being said, I want to skip the reality TV moment really quickly, since we're talking about Wendy being fully transparent, and I want to go on to me being fully transparent, because I need to talk this shit through with some damn body, because it's really been working my nerves. So I told y'all in the Instagram post yesterday that I canceled the show yesterday because I went to my aunt's house and had an Iyanla Van Zandt fix my life type of blow up at her house involving me, cousins, my brother, sister. It's a group of us. It just was a mess that left me emotionally drained both yesterday and left me on high anxiety today. Like I'm still not at 100%. I'm still sad. I'm still frazzled. I'm still having PTSD from yesterday's moment. This is just me being real. And I'm opting to be real because I know that there's somebody out there that could relate and perhaps this could help somebody. And you know what? I experienced this, so I might as well get paid for my pain. So, a little background. I had a very, 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 very tumultuous adolescence. By the time I was a teenager, ready to go away to college, I hated both my mother and my father, and I hated just about everybody on the mother side of my family. My father's side of the family, or my father's household, is my relatively well to do, educated, good job side of the family. My mom's side of the family is the scratching and surviving, only high school education, work hourly jobs type side of the family. So, I'm very balanced. But I know the poor and I know the well to do, which I think has, served to my advantage in life. When I went away to college, people asked, how did I choose Florida State University? I knew absolutely nothing about Florida State University. I looked at a map and it was the furthest thing from Miami, Florida without going out of state. I was the kid who went to college. I would not come home for Christmas. I would not come home for summer. I would take classes. I would get a job during the summer and work to not come home, to not have to deal with the emotional turmoil and stress of my family. I moved back to Miami after college for 2 years. There were two reasons why I left Miami and moved to Atlanta. Number one was the cost of living, okay? But I was willing to push through the cost of living. Over a few years, I would have gotten raises at work and climbed in my career, and that situation would have took care of itself. But as many people who make it out of the trenches in black families know, you come back to the black family, you're the educated one, you're the one with the quote unquote good job, or you got a car that didn't come from the buy here, pay here place, and now you are expected to be everyone's savior financially, emotionally. By the time I got ready to leave Miami to move to Atlanta, I had both my younger sister and a cousin both living with me. Mind you, I'm 23 years old, making $41,000 a year, coming up short every month after rent. So I was like, this is too much. I am moving to Atlanta to get away from this family. Live in Atlanta for 10 years, growing to the person that I am. Fast forward, I moved back. Now, I already knew things at home didn't change much in moving back to Miami. I knew that in coming back to Miami. But I had also watched enough Iyanla Van Zandt and a lot of other things, went through enough life experience to know that my success in Miami is going to be predicated upon distance and me setting boundaries with my family, not getting involved with the day to day, not allowing them to manipulate me with, oh, my lights cut off and I got a baby, so that means I've got to rush and help you pay your bills simply because you have a baby, because we do that in the black family. I don't want to help your grown ass, but she got them kids over there. I can't let them kids suffer. You know what I'm saying? I had already known that I was going to have to really be headstrong with my boundaries. So I've implemented a system in which when I see my phone ring from certain people, if I'm not operating at 160%, I don't answer the phone. And it could be, bitch, so-and-so got their leg cut off. Oh, well, do the same thing they would have did had I still been in Atlanta. And it's worked thus far. I pick and choose days in which I am strong enough to go around my mom's side of the family to deal with the shit. Because a simple visit, a simple, hey, I just came to see how y'all doing, turns into your heartstrings being tugged at and you shelling out money out of your pocket, as what happened yesterday. So I go to my aunt's house to help my sister with the situation on the computer. Or whatever the case may be, we're kicking it. I had been cut my little brother off because he had fucked me over with some money in the past, in which I took hundreds of dollars of mine to help him get on his feet. help him get clothes, help him get a phone, help him get in a position where he could look for jobs, took time out of my schedule, drove him down to the daily job workplace. My brother has some learning challenges or whatever, took the safety test for him, perjured myself. The woman saw me at the computer taking the test for him. And you know, she was black and she understood what was going on. She looked at me and turned a blind eye. That's how much dedication I had and she had to us seeing him get on his feet. After he made me all these promises, took my money, took them hundreds of dollars worth of clothes that I bought him, went to work for 2 days, ain't go to work no more. Okay? Because I still want to see him succeed. A couple weeks later, my aunt calls me and says, your brother lost his phone battery somehow or another. Go to my aunt's house, give him $100 to get a phone battery. 2 days later, my aunt calls, you know he ain't got no phone battery. I go ask him, why didn't you get a phone battery? He gives me all these kinds of excuses about how he went to 3 different Metro PCSs, they didn't have it, and then somebody pickpocketed him. I said, well, how much did they pickpocket you for? This fool said $3.97. I said, well, bitch, where the other $97? His brain couldn't work fast enough, y'all. He got a little learning challenges. And I was like, you know what? Before I get frustrated trying to have this conversation with you, just walk away. From that point alone, I left it alone, and I was just like, you know, I'm not finna give you money. My family, other family members enable him to be nothing because they provide him with a place to stay. He don't do anything. They give him money for food. They give him $5. When they have spare change in the car, they give it to him. So that allows him to get cigarettes and a beer or whatever the case may be. And I feel like I could talk to y'all about this because we all got somebody like this in our family. And here's the thing, the pity. Now, to my brother's credit, he don't bother nobody. You won't know he back there in the corner not doing anything. And I think that's why so many family members allow this situation to just pass, because it's easier for out of sight, out of mind than to get hands on and get your hands dirty with him. And I keep telling my family, in order for him to do something, he gonna have to go hungry. Just as long as he got a place to stay and y'all keep giving him money for cigarettes and just enough money to get beer, he has no incentive to do anything. I pull up at my aunt's house yesterday and my cousin and my brother were getting out the car. And I was like, where y'all coming from? My cousin is a hairstylist. She was like, oh, you know, we was passing out flyers at a neighboring apartment complex and some business complexes for my business. And she took my brother with her. And I'm sure in exchange, she bought him something to eat and gave him a couple dollars. So she came in the room later on and she said, you know, it's his birthday. I didn't know. And she was like, while we were driving in the car, he said that, you know, could he use my phone, that he wanted to go on the labor ready and look for some jobs or whatever, and that he was ready to work or whatever the case may be. So here we go, tugging at my heartstrings. I don't care how many times I say I'm not going to do something for you. If I see you trying to help yourself, I will give you everything I got. But I'm not going to support you being raggedy and not doing what you got to do. So she said, I think it's real this time, Quentin. Like he said he wants to work. He said he wants to work. And she said, today is his birthday. I said, okay. I said, when I finish up over here, I said, let's go to Metro PCS and let's get him a phone, and I'm gonna pay a couple months on the phone bill. So we go outside. So before I get outside, my brother comes in the house. I guess my cousin went outside and said, Quentin finna go buy you a phone. And he came inside and said, you know, thank you. And that made me feel really good. And I was like, no problem. I love you. You know, I will always do what I got to do to help y'all succeed. So me and my cousin, we get in the car. We go to Metro PCS. My cousin walks to the desk and says, what's the cheapest phone you got that'll get internet? And so the lady was like, we got a phone for free. Give me $60. The bill will be $40 or whatever the case may be. And I told the lady, I said, no, don't give me the cheapest one. I said, I'm prepared to spend $150. So, you know, she worked it. She got me not the most top of the line from Metro PCS, but maybe 1 or 2 under the top of the line. And she said the bill was going to be, I think she said $53. So I said, give me the phone. I paid the $150 for the phone. And I said, let me pay. So that came with 1 month of service. I said, let me pay an additional month of service so he could have 2 months on the phone. And the thing about it is, whether he was gonna start working or not, it's $53 fucking dollars. As long as he was doing what he was supposed to do, I would have continued to pay the $53 until he got on his feet. He also wanted a double cheeseburger meal with a Sprite from McDonald's. We go get it. So when he gets out the car, when we get it, I'm happy. I got the bag in my hand, and we call my brother out, and I'm like, Job, happy birthday, and here's this phone, and I want you to know that we love you, and here's all I ask. He's like, something is going on with you, and we just want you to get some help. Like, we trying to help you. Will you just go to the doctor, or would you be willing to go to the therapist? And he just cut me off. I'm not going to no doctor. I'm not going to no therapist. I'm not. And we're like, well, why? He got very hostile. It was like, I'm just not going. It's a decision I made. I'm not going, and y'all can't make me. And it just hurt me. And at that point, it was like, and then, he went to reach for the phone and the food, and I was like, you know what? Nope. Thank you for, here's this phone, and here's this food. I went in my aunt's house. I got my computer. I got in my car, and I cried and drove my way home. And the issue for me is, even when I bought the damn phone, I was telling my cousin, I was like, I'm going to regret this. I was like, I regret it already. But it's $200. I'm not hurting for it. I'm going to regret this. I regret it already. And I was thinking that he would get the phone and tell me what I needed to hear in my face, as he usually does, and fuck me over a week later. I didn't know that the motherfucker was going to fuck me over 3 minutes into it, or whatever the case may be. Luckily, the phone is in the trunk of my car, and I'm carrying that shit back to the store tomorrow. But it just reopened a lot of wounds, and it left me in a position where, I don't know about y'all, but I feel guilty at times because I'm the one that made it. And I feel guilty because I feel like it's my responsibility to help the ones that perhaps did not have the nurturing or the guidance that I did. I'm coming to understand that you can't help everybody, and that being a bum and a beggar just may be his lot in life, despite the fact that I don't want it to be. And that I've got to let go of this vision of him being better. Like, maybe he was put on this earth to be everything in which he is. But it just opened up a lot of wounds. I was mad with my mother again because I feel like she created this situation, and she done died and went on to glory and left me here to fix the shit. So that's to give y'all just an inside look of what's been going on, and it's opened up a lot of unhealed wounds. You can run from problems and issues all you want. I have not lived in Miami in over 10 years. I've only been back for a year, and it's like, yeah, you ran away to Atlanta thinking that these issues would like magically fix themselves, and you find yourself in the same emotional mindset and space that you were prior to your departure. So that's what's been going on, and that's kind of what's had me down. Just, me having a superhero complex, feeling like I have to fix everybody, and the more that I try to fix things, just the worse that it is. Like, the shit is just fucked up. Like, every single last person over there is fucked up, and the mess is so bad. I don't know that Iyanla can fix this shit, and so I hope that gives y'all a little insight into why I be so into this Iyanla shit, because it don't matter what episode of Iyanla that come on, I'm able to draw parallels to my own damn family as to what's going on. So, y'all, tonight's main topic for me was just family, and it was less about me teaching y'all and more about me just venting to y'all, and y'all saying some prayers for me, and perhaps teaching me something, giving me some coping mechanisms or some tools or whatever the case may be. Now, on a serious note, my brother does have mental and emotional challenges. His birth mother, he's adopted, and I'm putting this out there because maybe somebody can help. My brother's birth mother used a lot of crack with him when in the womb. So he's not all there. And the frustration that we have as the family is that, we're trying to deal with him rationally when he's not necessarily a rational person. I have looked up some resources, in particular the South Florida Behavioral Network, which is some place that I could take him to get help. But the issue is I can't get him there. So is there anybody out there who can provide me with any solutions or any services in which maybe the person will come to the house, or maybe some different verbiage or something I can do to try to get him some help. And that was my main reason for wanting to share this story with the masses, because I still, in the midst of my pain and drowning in my tears, I want to get him some help. And I don't know how. And I'm used to having all the answers and knowing how to fix things. And this is a situation I do not know how to fix. So to any of my social worker followers out there, anybody who has dealt with severe mental illness in their family, crack babies for lack of a better term, anybody in the social work field, please feel free to email me at funkydineva@funkydineva.com. Drop down in the comments and please let me know. I'm desperate at this point, and I'm open and willing to take any advice or guidance that anybody out there has to give. So that's what's been going on with me, y'all, and that's why we didn't do the show last night. Stir it up for that, y'all. Woo! That was heavy. I'm gonna need some drink money, y'all. I don't do that internet panhandling, but y'all hoes gonna need to super chat me, because I'm finna go down to the bar and drink up all the liquor. Y'all gonna get a good show tonight with me and Miss Kenny rolling our Kiki drunk down to the bar, bitch. Come on, buddy. Wendy Williams, I understand. Moving right along to the reality TV moment. Porsha Williams, y'all. Although Housewives has stopped filming, they stopped filming. When did they stop filming? They wrapped. They've been wrapped filming in the 11th season, but Porsha receives her own spin-off special. They had an all-white themed baby shower that took place this weekend for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The cameras were present. Nevertheless, y'all, Porsha is getting a baby shower special by her and this baby. Do y'all want to see a Porsha baby special? On to some lighter shit. Take a sip real quick. Let me try to snap out of this real quick. Off, buddy. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get my liquor. Woo! This man done fuck everything! Okay, yes, honey. Girl, fuck drinking this liquor out this cup, bitch. There was an old lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time. Now y'all see why I be down to the bar. Everything that glitter ain't fucking gold. Remember that. Got me over here drinking this damn whiskey. Straight out the thing. Y'all been wanting to talk about this for the longest. Tristan Thompson done fucked up the thing. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Tristan Thompson cheats on Khloe Kardashian with Kylie Jenner's best friend. Khloe Kardashian dumped Tristan Thompson after she found out he cheated on her with Kylie Jenner's best friend, Jordan Woods, TMZ reports. The report explains that Tristan flew into Los Angeles to spend Valentine's Day Thursday with Khloe and their daughter Truth. But on Sunday, on the Lord's night, he hit a house party where he had a makeout session with Jordan. Witnesses say the two were all over each other making out. Khloe found out, immediately broke things off. Now, Kylie and Jordan's friendship is obviously done, and at least some of the family has already unfollowed Jordan and Tristan on Instagram. Tristan, who was 27, has cheated before, but it was never this brazen. He stated that this is fake news. Jordan has effectively been excommunicated on the business end of things when it comes to partnering with the family for some dough, says TMZ. Short story long, they don't plan to work with her ever again. That's a shame for Jordan, considering she had a healthy working relationship with the Kardashians prior. Jordan has moved out of the home and is back with her mama. Now, let me tell you something. This is why Jordan needs to speak to the old lady under the tree. Because you don't never fuck with a nigga and put some shit on the line, and when the shit hit the fan, you left in a situation that's worse than the situation that you was in. If you gonna cheat with somebody, you need to make sure that if the shit hits the fan, you will be able to maintain the same lifestyle or rise above. That's just old dope dealer girlfriend T 1991, straight up and down. Now here's the thing, do I feel bad for them Kardashians? Absolutely not, because the type of shit that went down between them and Jordan is the type of shit that they've done. It's just karma, okay? Them aside, I'm mad with Jordan. I'm mad that she is a sister being thrust in this hoe-esque light about this bullshit. Here's the other thing that bothers me so much. You already had all the access in the world. You were Jordan Dunn. You roll in the circles. You're in that Hollywood elite circle. Why him of all people? Secondly, you were sloppy with it. I ain't saying don't fuck a man, because bitch, she probably fucked yours or probably will fuck yours. But at least have enough decency to go down to the Beverly Hilton. Make that nigga get you a room. Y'all doing it in public. Like, who is raising y'all hoes? And now you back at home with your mama. Aside from being at home with your mammy, because your mammy might be living good. I don't know where she stay, whether she stay in Crenshaw, whether she stay in Beverly Hills. But bitch, did you not see how Kylie Jenner single-handedly with one cosmetic brand is worth more money than her sister Kim, who put all them hoes on? Why would you fuck that up? Baby, I wouldn't fuck nothing that start with a K, nothing that touched the K. Let me tell you something. I would be Kylie Jenner's lapdog to the day she died for that association and for those business connections. You should have waited till you got your products and stuff off the ground and your business was solid before you went off and did something like this. And Jada and Will, I'm side-eyeing y'all too, because I understand she's related to y'all somehow, and you trying to use your Red Table Talk platform to pardon her, whatever the case may be. Jada, don't get involved in that mess. You barely escaped your own scandal with your husband being gay, and they seeing you and Dwayne and him and Tisha swinging and carrying on. Do not get involved in that damn mess, Jada. This is a lesson for her to learn. Now, I hope that Kris Jenner don't get involved and start doing her witchcraft voodoo and mess it up for Jordan in the industry where she can't get gigs, so on and so forth. Hopefully, she's able to parlay this into something smart, but I hope you act now, Jordan, and strike while the iron is hot. You better call Olivia Pope or you better call me bitch. Don't let these hoes take you down for the same thing that they ass done historically. Call me sister. Why I got R. Kelly right here? I don't know. I don't want to talk about him no more. I'm going to take one more hit of this whiskey because I'm starting to feel drunk and we finna get on in this thing. Marlo Hampton or the Hampton Inn 91st Oscar edition. Now listen. Mama got to get her popcorn for this. Nessa girl, I don't give a good goddamn what nobody say. Billy Porter did that, bitch. Billy Porter did that. And I would be curious to know what real fish would look like in this dress. Mama did that. I ain't even taking no vote on this. This is Marlo Hampton all the way. Sarah Paulson. Where my American Horror Story people at? I go up for Sarah Paulson. Marlo Hampton or Hampton Inn? I'm giving her Marlo Hampton. What's this lady name? Kiki Lane. And Atelier Versace, however you say it. Yes, God, with that red wing, that pink ring book bag on your back. Yes, God, black girl, who I don't even know. Let me tell y'all something. I don't even know who this lady is. And maybe if I start watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Marriage Huntsville, I would know something. But nevertheless, we're going to give her Marlo Hampton. Regina King. Yes, God. Now, Regina King, I'm not going to lie to you. Regina King dress is real basic, in my opinion. It's real basic based. Regina King always been kind of basic or whatever. It ain't Hampton Inn. It definitely ain't Hampton Inn. We're going to go ahead and give her Marlo Hampton because that's the only other option. But it's the very low end of Marlo Hampton. Now, she looked nice, but we talking about the fashion. This is very basic. I mean, in my opinion, it looked like something you could find at David's Bridal. I'm just saying. But we're going to let her have her night. Olivia Colman in Prada. I mean, I don't know, y'all. I'm going to have to get this whole Hampton in. I ain't really feeling it. It look like she going to a Christmas ball with an oversized scarf on that touched the ground. And then has the pits. She should have had 22 inches. I'm moving right along. Hampton Inn. J-Lo, I said this on the Instagram post. J-Lo, when it comes to that fashion, she always gets it right. Now, I can't speak on her vocals, and I can't speak on her mental capacity when accepting who tribute she should do, because she should have deferred that Motown tribute to Fantasia, despite the fact that Fantasia said she didn't want to do none from us this year. But J-Lo got it right with this Tom Ford on Yes God Honey. I told y'all there was a new group that developed that's above the Illuminati, and it's the Coven of Witches. And Angela Bassett and Sade are the president of that coven. This heifer did this. Who did her? Reem Acra. I don't even know Reem. Somebody get Reem on the line and tell Reem to email me at funkydineva@funkydineva.com, because I want to wear something like this at the next Queen Supreme Court booking, which will be in Chicago on 3/11. Chicago, it better not be cold. And I hope the club that we performing at is nowhere near that McDonald's where R. Kelly be fucking them girls at. Nevertheless, Marlo Hampton, baby. Now, y'all already know what I'm finna give these hoes. Y'all already know. This Spike Lee wife, is this a new wife or he always had this wife? Because this don't look like the right thing. Spike, this don't look like you did the right thing. Nevertheless, I'm not gonna lie. Her dress is made well. The color is bold. Spike looks so tacky to me. And because of that, I'm giving they ass Hampton Inn. I want to fuck him. And bitch, I fuck him at the Hampton Inn. On behalf of Marlo Hampton. And that being said, y'all, that was, let me take this. This look alcoholic base. I had it all up there. That ain't classy. Y'all, that ends tonight's show. I be loving it how we be having these shows tied down to the T. Shouts out to my assistant and my producer on this show, Eddie Oliver Jr., who goes by the name of Oliver Twist. If any of you guys want to know who he is the new shining face that will be on Chasing Atlanta, the new, not the new, but the premiere gay web series on YouTube. Shouts out to Chasing Atlanta. He is going to be one of the new faces on that reality show that is stirring it up and bringing the pain. So shouts out to my assistant, y'all. I would not be able to do half of what I do when it comes to these shows and these lives if it was not, excuse me, for putting this motherfucker on the payroll. For those of you guys who are new to the show, and for those of y'all who gotta go to work in the morning to get your kids together or fuck your husband or go take a bath or whatever it is you need to do, this is the part of the show where you actually can X out, because the show, the meats and the potatoes of the show is actually done and over with. So good night to you guys. For those of you guys who want to stay, we'll spend a couple minutes and take some audience questions and feedback, so on and so forth. Oliver, you already know what to do. Let's open up the line and let me figure out what the girls talking about. Down to the thing. Robin Light said we need another cooking segment. I've been promising y'all one. You know what? I need to cook some of this fume food on a cooking segment. Or whatever the case may be. Oh, I didn't mean for this to talk. Let me see. The Michael Cohen trial. We're not going to talk about Michael Cohen tonight because I'm going to do a whole video on that hole tomorrow. I might even go live if y'all want me to. Christina says your camel toe was distracted. Let me tell you one thing about it, baby. I might be fishy everywhere else, but that ain't no camel toe, bitch. That's a big ass dick. Oh, I didn't mean to be vulgar, girl. I'm sorry. Oh. You know what they say about skinny boys? We got big dicks. I can't help it. It's my camel toe. Tammy, I can't wait to see you in Norfolk, Virginia either, baby. Heifer say what? When are we coming back to Dallas? I'm not sure when we're coming back to Dallas, considering the fact that we just left. Everybody out there, we've got dates for the Queens Supreme Court, New York, Easter weekend, Chicago on 3/11, Norfolk, Virginia, and Baltimore. Those dates are already up on Eventbrite. All you gotta do is go on Eventbrite. Also, Atlanta. Y'all know I teamed up with Coach Stormy for Girl Hold My Hand, The Awakening. That is in Atlanta, January, February, March, April. Look on my Instagram and look on Coach Stormy Instagram. Y'all can see that as well. Will I do a meet and greet in Miami? Toya Harris Nugent asked that. Toya, you live in Miami? I'm open to doing it. Why you didn't come to the Queen Supreme Court when we was in Miami? We did one then. I'm open to doing it. It's just got to be the right circumstance. Yes, God, girl, I know Janet doing Vegas. I called my homegirl the other day about going to Janet in Vegas. What I'm hoping is Janet Vegas and Anita Baker Vegas overlap so I could go out there one time and see them both. But yes, God, I am seeing Janet and both Anita Baker in Vegas this year. Latoya Bay said, who film we planning? T.I. Sister Precious, we got to plan her film. We need another monologue from Leg Ghetto. Yes. As I scroll through my motherfucking timeline, all I can see is all you bitches happy. Y'all ain't got no problems and no worries in the world. Yes, I might need to do another monologue from Leg Ghetto. That was fun. Is Janet gonna bamboozle the girls? I hope not, since she done left that man and she ain't gotta wear them mummy clothes. Maybe not. Jordan's family comes from money and her mama white. Oh, okay, so that whole living good in her sins. Okay. Yes, I did see the trailer for the next Iyanla, and them people making them kids have sex with each other in order to eat and stuff is sick. But I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that somebody did that to them. That is not natural and it's learned behavior. So it's so funny that people want to know why I don't talk about Drag Race. Believe it or not, y'all, Drag Race is one episode in. I set my DVR today. And I feel like I'm doing my LGBTQ community non-justice by not doing it. I set it to now record. I am adding RuPaul's Drag Race to the repertoire, seeing as though I can now catch it at the beginning of the season, and I just might watch it tonight because it's on YouTube and give y'all the first Drag Race video sometime soon. I ain't gonna say tomorrow because y'all helped me to the fire with that Fire Festival shit, blowing up my phone and making me seem like a bad friend. But RuPaul's Drag Race is added to the lineup. No, I'm not watching it from season 1, Oliver. Why would I do that? Stephanie Preston said, why do I have my legs open for the pastor to look under my dress? Ooh, girl. Because I'm lonely. I'm nervous. I need to sit like this, honey, and you put my prayer cloth on it. Sig Tom said, are you going to wear Miss Sophia out? If that bitch come for me, I will. Will I go back and review previous E Yonder episodes for the season? I missed two. I missed the one. I missed the one with the daddy who killed the mama, and I missed the one with the daughter that was angry. I watched that one, but I didn't watch the one with the daddy. Those actually would be easy videos for me to do tomorrow. I probably will just to close out the month. Oprah interviewing Michael Jackson's accusers. I didn't know nothing about that. Y'all keep bothering me with this love after lockup. Y'all, is that shit that damn good? Is it really that good? Let me do this for y'all right now. Let me set my DVR thing. Ugh. Love after lockup. Okay, look, y'all. Look what I'm about to do for y'all. Bam. Okay, now look, I just put it on record series. Okay, that don't mean I'm gonna do a review, but at least y'all got me to check it out status. I'm gonna check it out. Dineva, why the Bronx and not Harlem? Zeb0804 asks. Zeb, when it comes to the Queen's Supreme Court, like I've said before, I'm not in charge of any of that. That is Maddie's operation. So I don't know how they chose the Bronx. I don't know if it had to do with a promoter reached out to them. I don't know. All I know is Maddie asked me, was I available this date and did I want to do that show? I'm not over the logistics when it comes to the Queen's Supreme Court. I am literally somebody who is just booked to sit there with her. I have no administrative dealings. I have no power. I have no authority. I have no say so. I'm not part of the details when it comes to the Queen's Supreme Court. That is Maddie's things. We will have mugs, stir it up attire ready for y'all by next week's show. Oliver just told me we will have the mugs and everything ready for that, so we can stir it up and not be drinking out the damn Jameson bottle like I just did. But I'm going to do it again since I just picked it up. Yes, God. Will you do a meet and greet in Miami, and will the Queen Supreme Court come back to Miami? I love the show. We'll come back eventually, but I'm sure we're not going to come back anytime soon since we just came. We'll probably double back around summertime. Give us the deets on your plants. My plants are going very well, and y'all, honestly and truthfully, I'm probably going to have to go to counseling about these plants because they become my latest addiction. I'm following some hashtags that you, the viewers, have given me on Instagram, and it's just giving me so many ideas about how I can turn my house into a jungle oasis. My biggest fear right now is what happens if I have to leave my house for 4 or 5 days. Now I see why people have to have people house sit for them. I woke up this morning because a lot of my plants have to be watered in 3 to 4 day intervals. And I was like, shit, you just added another task to your damn life. Because I had to spend 30 minutes this morning pruning my plants, watering them, talking to them. But I like it though. And I will say this, it is very true about what they say about plants improving the air quality in your home. Like, my house has never smelled this clear and clean before. I can't describe the smell, but it is a very pure smell. So I encourage people to get some plants and incorporate it into your house. Um, that being said, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get off the line. I see the emails coming in from different people about what we spoke about on the show, and I appreciate the outpouring of love that I got from y'all. Even now, and I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all, it's taking everything in me to push through and be this turned up when I really don't want to be this person right now. I really do just want to crawl up on my sofa and get under the cover. So that's actually what I'm going to allow myself to do. I'm gonna leave the line open for y'all to chat, but I'm gonna get off the line and I will call y'all later. I love y'all. Thank y'all for loving me. Thank you everyone who supported me through the super chat, who supports me through prayers, who supports me through likes. Thank everybody who's been there for me. And as with everything, I'll get through this. Every morning when I go to yoga, they ask you to focus on one thing that you're trying to accomplish or your little mission for that day. And this family situation will definitely be my yoga focus for the remainder of the week. And I'm going to get through it as with anything. I've gotten through worse. The beautiful thing is, everything else in my life is going perfect. Career, finances, money, love life is going perfect. And I do believe that is why the universe, God, allowed this situation to happen now, because I actually, despite the fact that I'm down and out about it, mentally and emotionally, I actually am now in a place to feel these emotions because I don't have anything else going on. So I've learned sometimes to just go with it and not fight it. Don't fight the feeling. I'm not going to fight the feeling. I'm just going to roll with it and allow life to take me where I'm supposed to go as it relates to this situation. At any rate, I love you, Nessa girl, and I'll talk to y'all hoes later. Bye.